Hello everyone, this is Mrs. May. Today we are going to try a new poem. It's called I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud. As you can see on the screen, the poem is written by the very famous English playwright, poet William Wordsworth. This poem, maybe you may call it like subtitled The Daffodils. What's meant by the word daffodils? If we go back to the previous slide, you may see a picture of some beautiful yellow flowers at the bottom of the picture. These are the daffodils. The first thing that comes to your mind if you read the title or the subtitle, the daffodils, you might be sure that you are going to read about what beauty of nature. Stanza 1. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over valleys and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. You might be facing few troubles with the meaning of some vocabulary. Let's try to check and make sure that we understand them all. The first word you have verb wandered. If you are wandering, it means that you are moving aimlessly, meaning that you are not going specific place. You are not going to school, you are not going to work, you're just walking aimlessly. Maybe you may call it strolling or just having a walk. The valleys and the hills, these are nature features, raised areas and down areas. Fluttering, birds usually flutter. It means flapping the wings, moving their wings up and down. The word crowd, it means group of or large number. And by the way, it doesn't have to be large number of people. It's usually used, if you tell me I saw a crowd, it means you saw large number of people. But you may call it for anything that has got large number. And you may call it a crowd of flowers, a crowd of whatever you may call, just to give the impression that you have seen large number of. But more or less crowd, it's usually used with a large number or group of people. The word breathe, this is the gentle wind. So let's try to analyze the poem. Let's have a look on the analysis. The paraphrase, what's meant by every single line in the first stanza? Actually, the poet starts saying, I wandered lonely as a cloud. He is comparing himself to a floating or a flying cloud, passing over the hills and the valleys. He was on a stroll through the countryside. As we have mentioned, the word wandered, it means that he was walking aimlessly. He was strolling, he was just having a walk all around, not going specific where. Then he mentioned, when all at once I saw a crowd. What happened all at once? It means what? It means suddenly. I saw a crowd, it means I saw a large number. I saw a crowd, golden daffodils. So he suddenly came across countless yellow daffodils. Countless means 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 100. No, countless, it means a very large number that you can't easily count. A countless number of what? Yellow daffodils, which is suddenly he was faced by beauty of nature. These daffodils were beside a lake under trees. What the poet is doing right now is that he is drawing an image, a vivid image. He was trying to tell you I was walking all alone by myself, aimlessly. Suddenly I saw very large number of yellow flowers, which are the daffodils. They were beside the lake under the trees. So you have got a lake and you have got some trees, which is giving you impression that you are walking all surrounded by the beauty of nature. Is it too hot? Is it very bad weather? Actually, no, because he followed this by saying, the flowing breeze made daffodils flutter. يعني there was some sort of gentle air, gentle wind, which made the flowers or the daffodils do what? They flutter. Flutter means move. And it seemed as if they were dancing. Do you know when the flowers, they move by the gentle wind, they go here and there. So if you look at them, you might feel that they are dancing. I'm sure that you are going to agree with me that you have several figurative language, several forms of figurative language. Let's try to find out this. If you remember from the previous video, we have mentioned different types of figurative language like simile, metaphor, personification, alliteration, and so on. The first sentence we have here, I wandered lonely as a cloud. This is definitely a simile. Why I say definitely? Because you have the word as. We have mentioned before that if you are comparing two things to each other using the word like or as, definitely this is a simile. The poet compares himself to what? To a cloud, walking without an aim. You may say walking aimlessly. And you may find some alliteration use like high and hills, repeating the letter H. Beside, beneath, again alliteration, repeating letter B. What else you have? Golden daffodils. The poet compares yellow daffodils to gold in their bright in their bright color. Comparing flowers to bright color. Two objects, two things. So this is what? Metaphor. The last line in this stanza, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Do you think because the flowers are moving, they are dancing? Do you think flowers can dance? Actually, no. This is personification. The poet personifies or gives the daffodils an image or to people who can what? Move and dance. What about the rhyme scheme? If you remember, we have mentioned before that rhyme scheme, it's so related to the music, the ending of each line. And we have said that each two lines, the same stanza, ending the same sound or the same music, we are going to give them the same letter. I have used colors to show you that these two similar colors are having the same music, so we are going to give them the same letter. Let's try this together. Here you have cloud and hills. Are you hearing the same sound? Actually, no. This is cloud, this is hills. So, A, B, and then crowd, dills. Cloud is similar to crowd, so you are going to give this an A, and this is another A. Hills, dills. This is B, and this is B. Trees, breeze. These two lines are similar. They are having the same ending music. We are going to give them the same letter. So, if I want to write down the rhyme scheme of the first stanza, I'm going to write it A, B, A, B, C, C. Thank you very much, my dear young ladies, and I wish the presentation meets your expectations and that you have understood the first stanza very well. Thank you and see you very soon, inshallah, in more videos. Goodbye, everyone.